All right, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. We are live. Yeah, hope everybody had an awesome day today. Gosh, I can't believe it's already 9:30. I mean, just time just flies when you're having fun and eating and looking at charts all day. So, thought I was gonna take a nap at some point, but ended up just doing some charts, and I don't know. It's 9:30 already, so good stuff. Yeah, so futures are are open. Right now they're red, and the VIX is red too. So that's kind of interesting. A little divergent right there. We'll see, kind of what the market has in store tomorrow. I am kind of thinking that I don't know. There's a couple. Obviously, there's a couple scenarios, right? We could chop around because it's Friday. It's a short day. I don't know, or they could be, they could play some tricks, and we'll see, right? I mean, who knows? I mean, it could, by the time we wake up tomorrow, it could be, everything could be green, or to kind of get people off the toes, be, oh, yeah, maybe I'll hold stuff over the weekend, and then they push it down next week, or we just stay red, and it just pushes down. And it actually would be kind of funny. I mean, not really funny, but I mean, kind of funny if they do push it down tomorrow, while everybody's out kind of on vacation, no one's focused on trading, then douche, they just kind of flush the market tomorrow. Would be pretty wild. And then people, start getting, whatever, hedge fund managers, institutions start getting pings on their phone. They're like, oh no, it's going down. Then everybody's selling, and it, I don't know, creates some capitulation or something like that. But we'll see. We'll see what tomorrow is. Probably won't be that eventful. My guess, I'm kind of hoping for a nice little kind of. I mean, obviously, I want a couple good moves so we can make some some money off the open tomorrow, and have a couple that are directionally good. We've got our orbs to look at from yesterday, and but if a couple of them chop around, like if Amazon chops around a little bit, it might be interesting to see. So it gets some movement next week. It just kind of pauses, and then we'll see which way it goes. So, quick review just from yesterday, from the other night. We had, from the other day. Had quite a few movers. It was interesting. Autodesk was one that was kind of on the radar because it gapped up. But a couple people tweeted me, and I was like, I don't know, not really feeling it. And I mean, obviously, it never triggered. This is the 15-minute orb right here. Obviously, it never triggered that. It could have tried to go for a reversal here and could have made a quick scalp on that, but mostly it just kind of just drifted in the middle of the range there, right? So that really wasn't a playable one. Gap. Gosh, if you guys were watching me on Friday, I mean, this thing twice, right, ticked on this 15-minute orb. Twice ticked. Was at the high tick there was 2611, 2610, and then over here 2611 again. Never broke that orb, right? Never broke above it, and it's so big, that reclaiming it to the downside would have been really difficult. So yeah, just never broke out. And as we saw on Friday, it was kind of slow and choppy, and just not too much action, But I mean, that's kind of what you expect on these holiday, weekend type things. But I mean, definitely things still moved, right? Let's take a look. Foot Locker was another earnings potential orb that we had. Looks like, yeah, it could have been scalped there. We could have had that at 53.96 and almost a full point over that, up to 54.65 before it kind of drifted back in. Nike, which usually trades in sympathy with Foot Locker. Let's see, that was on the list too. Looks like it stayed within that range pretty much the whole time. And then I thought this R was interesting. There was some good news on that from that article I retweeted from Seeking Alpha. This one was like, gosh, like FedEx is going to buy like a ton of electric vehicles from them for their fleet. And so I figured it gapped up, and as you can see, went inside 15, so you could have traded it off of the break of here or just the inside break. And that was probably the best trade of the day if you caught it. 52.69, all the way up to 53, so almost a $1.50 move on that for Friday. And there are a couple of other ones too, that we could have played with, some 30-minute ones and all that. So for tomorrow, Gap and Foot Locker and those ones will be on the radar. We'll see. I'm kind of interested in. Let's see. I think I tweeted out Target earlier. It is on support. We'll see if it's got anything interesting for us. I'll take Nike off the list and put Target on there as an orb too. Yeah, target was pretty good. So let's see. So let's put target in. Yeah, so target was interesting. This is on the 15 minutes, so it's not going to go that far. Hold on. Okay, so if we go to... So here we can see target. Was there a gap there? High, 68.32, low. Yeah, there's a little gap down here too. Goodness gracious, did that get filled? Yeah, I mean, it got filled the other day, so... but yeah, there was a little... Look at that. It gapped down right into basically the support, and it filled a little gap and kind of went inside, right? So... kind of interesting here. We got, RSI curling up, stochastics kind of curling up. So to put in an inside day, after its big drive down. So it is sitting on, kind of support here. So this will be interesting to see as a potential break to the upside tomorrow. It's Black Friday, so these things get retail stocks. Hopefully they're going to get some foot traffic or possibly get some foot traffic tomorrow. So that might be one to look to the upside. I haven't put a direction on Goldman Sachs yet. I do feel, kind of bullish on it. We have RSI divergence on it. I posted this earlier. It's been in a big channel down. 1, 2, kind of 3, 4, 5. We'll see if it gapped kind of gapped down the other day right into this. Not only the pitchfork median line, right? Kind of went below it, came back up a little bit, went inside day, and so now we're inside day. Right? So if the market does get strength, or even if Goldman Sachs gets some strength, I mean, it could come back up over the next, couple days, couple weeks, back up in this channel, and get some action there. Or, like I said, it could just stop at the pitchfork here. Maybe it'll hit this action-reaction line and then come back down. So it's really hard to say. Or it's done with this channel, and it's like, I tried doing an Elliott wave on this thing. It was too complex. It's got to be some sort of like multi-month extended flat, or so. I just couldn't. I started making wave counts. I was like, I can't do this one. Yeah, I'm not that good yet. And so anyway, we'll see here, and then again, it might kind of crash down here into, the reaction line down here, at the bottom of the pitchfork. So I've got that. That's gonna be on the list tomorrow just to watch and see what it does off of the inside day. Other than that, a couple things I pointed out here. This is one a few weeks ago. We talked about double inside day on Goldman Sachs. It went up, and then you could have traded it back in the range, and it kind of closed up. Went up one more day, kind of tricked everybody out, interestingly enough, kind of hit the high of that fan trigger line, and then the next day just kind of, this stuff is never super easy, right? They always trip some people out. It's like, oh, no, it's going to keep going up now, and people go long, or whatever the case is, and then it was just trashed, right? So kind of found some support here, so... we'll see how it handles that tomorrow. Again, if we have a choppy day tomorrow, maybe it'll go double inside day, at which point Monday should be pretty interesting. We'll see what the market gives for us tomorrow. So just keep in mind, tomorrow is Friday. It's Black Friday. So if you guys aren't trading, cool, have fun, shopping, be safe out there. But at the same time, it should be interesting. We should be able to see, kind of give us maybe a clue into what's going to happen. But if it chops around, so, it is what it is. But just remember, just be careful, because the market closes tomorrow at 1 o'clock, right? Options expire at 1 o'clock. So the theta burn is going to be huge tomorrow. So definitely, if you're trading options, look to trade next week's. Again, there's still going to be theta burn on it no matter what. But next week's, it won't go to zero like right away, right? So normally, on a regular Friday, you could trade the same day's options up till about noon. But tomorrow, I mean, it's going to be a 3-4 hour day. So you've got until 10, 11 o'clock to get out of options. So let's we catch a lucky break tomorrow at the open. Next week's probably the ones to look at. And then if it's got some good direction, you could hold it and still be good for next week too, potentially. So yeah, so that's pretty much everything from the other day, kind of stuff that I'm looking at today. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. Spend some time with family, or at least talk to family and friends, and hopefully get some good food and stuff like that. And if you guys aren't trading tomorrow, cool. It's probably not going to be that exciting, but it might be. So I want to catch it. So plus, I'm planning on doing a live stream tomorrow morning at the open, just to kind of look at some different things. So I posted a couple different anchors. You guys know I like at the open. I like to trade Twitter. So I kind of posted cool potential setup here coming up, Elliott wave wise, real bearish pattern forming in Twitter. But if we go to, let's go regular candlesticks there. So this could be interesting to trade off the open tomorrow. We'll see if we end up, if it gaps down a little bit, we'll see how it handles its tail under the VWAP. Might come up a little bit, and if that fails, if we get a tail fail there, that could be a good short there, at least to with a target of what is it, Wednesday's hourly lows here, low of the day. So, and not a horrible range, only 17 cents, so pretty safe there. And then AMD, same drill. Try to put in like a little hammer, but it was red. We'll see if we gap down tomorrow, see if it reclaims, just kind of test that area again, and then goes back down. So those are our anchor bars right there, which I'll be looking at the open. Apple's been, in a huge downtrend, so, they might get some more action tomorrow. So what do we have on the 60s here? Girl, where'd they go? Yeah, so Apple probably get crushed again. So, but we have this as a reference point for tomorrow. So we'll see if that comes back up. Fills, as you can see here, this trend line here, that's your fan line, right? That's your pitchfork fan line, right? Remember, oh, some Fibonacci stuff I was messing with. Take this, right? So that's yours. They might try to pin it. If it's real slow tomorrow, they might try to pin it at 175. But if it's got some further downside, we might even be able to get down to 170 possibly tomorrow, depending on what kind of action we got. I won't be surprised with this, decrease in volume tomorrow too. So just, check out the open, and we'll just kind of see where it goes from there. I might sign off by 10:30, but we'll see what they have in store for us then. So yeah, at this point, if anybody has any chart requests or just kind of general questions or anything like that, I'm happy to field any of those. Just throw them in the chat box, and we'll pull some charts up, whatever you're kind of interested in. And like I said, I'll post the game plan later. You guys know the deal. We'll see what kind of news we have in the morning, right? Chances are a couple of things will be gapping, and there'll be some news. So maybe, I don't know if there's gonna be any upgrades or anything like that, but there might be a little bit of action. So we could look for 15-minute orbs on that. Orbs are opening range bars, opening range breaks. And so in the beginning it's the bar, and when it breaks, it's a break, right? So so those are the 15s. Otherwise we got the 30s to look at from our gappers yesterday. So we should be able to at least have a couple of things to trade, or at least try to trade. But again, we'll take it easy tomorrow, and not push too hard just because it's it's Friday and it might be choppy. So, but if there's some action, let's jump on it and bank some profits on it. So. I'm gonna keep an eye on Amazon tomorrow. I just want to see it. Hopefully it chops around a bit. If it does chop around, I do like kind of where it's positioned here, in the middle, back in the middle of the between the pitchforks, resistance and support. So if we chop around for one more day, it might then decide to take some direction on Monday. So we'll see what it gives us tomorrow. That's pretty much it. A little bit of a smaller crowd tonight, but that's cool. I know everybody's hopefully enjoying their Thanksgiving, but just check through the Twitter stream. Some really interesting stuff. I posted on the Fangs, of course, a couple other stocks that look interesting. I'll get the game plan up there for y'all to take a look at, and hopefully get some ideas. And like I said, tomorrow I plan on doing a live stream at the Open, so stay tuned for that. And we'll hopefully have some good trade potential, or we won't trade anything, and that's fine, because if it's a boring market, it's a boring market. We can just tune out and do some shopping, spend the money we have made, and go back to work next week and trying to bank some profits, preserve profits, no risk first, and don't let green trades go red. That's important. So. All right, guys, if there's no chart request for tonight, I'll go ahead and sign off here. Probably potentially eat some more pumpkin pie and read some more stuff on trading. So I hope you guys have a great night, and hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow at the Open. Get some rest, and have a great day tomorrow too. We'll be live at the Open tomorrow, so I'll tweet it out when I'm online. Oh wait, we got a couple stuff. Carl, what's going on, man? Happy Thanksgiving. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, man. Disney definitely bearish. Yeah, it was a inside week down, so that's still in force. Let me go back to the candlesticks here. So yeah, so definitely on the radar, and I missed it. I was just from working and stuff, but here, yeah, when inside week, when it took that to the downside, which is great. Of course, no, I mean, to an average. So that is, oftentimes what they call it, a holy grail setup. So once it bounced off of that to the downside, it's further bearish movement. So interesting enough, good catch here. We did go inside day, and it's definitely looking bearish. So I'd like to see that inside day go down. Some of these Dow stocks are surprisingly tricky to trade. They get a little choppy, but the inside days are good. So inside day down, good catch there, Carl. And let's see, put that there. Let's just take a look at the hourlies on it real quick, see what it's doing. Alert. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure there's a gap there. 114.79. Yeah, so 20-cent gap right there. So if it does break to the upside, I might fill that gap and then come back down. But you can see the 5 moving average is already, crossed over the 10, pointing directionally down. So it could come up, tag the 5, fill the gap, and come back in. So, we'll just see how it behaves. So that's definitely worth watching. And then off the hourlies, let's see. It just gave us a red bar on increased volume under the VWAP. So definitely worth checking out too. Okay, I just kind of just jumped to it. Didn't really give any. It was just like down, click, down. So we'll see what it does on that tomorrow. Let's look at the dailies real quick. Let's see if we can see any sort of patterns on this. Here's a low. Let's just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C, maybe. Yeah, I mean, it may have maxed out here at this 120, 20, kind of a cool number. And yeah, we might be starting to, a pretty good downtrend back in Disney again. But we'll see how it handles. That's why I love these inside days, because it gives it a chance to figure out what direction it wants to go. But like I said too, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a couple double inside days after tomorrow, which is good for us for Monday too. So obviously we'll get some more volume in on Monday, and on double inside days, those are fun to trade. You've seen the post and our examples and everything, so we like trading those. What's going on, Javier? Let's see, DAR, double inside day. Let's take a look. 22, Darling Ingredients. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, man, nice catch on that. Let's see. What kind of volume does this thing trade with? I've never traded this before. 700,000. Yeah, 1 million shares, 2 million shares. Pretty good. What do they make? What kind of ingredients do they make? Hello. Sorry, my computer's going slow. There you go, here. There we go. Fundamentals. And then developer and producer of sustainable natural ingredients from edible and inedible bionutrients. Creating a range from customized customers, pharmaceutical, pet food, feed, industrial fuel, bioenergy, and fertilizer. Feed ingredients. Okay, so they make all sorts of probably a bunch of junk. All right, cool. So let's see. Yeah, so man, double inside day after, let's see. Some reason they went up on bad earnings. Yeah, so this is definitely good to watch. So you got to love when these go inside. Now keep in mind, these stocks that we don't typically trade, they work. They just don't work as well as, let's say, if like, a FANG stock or, something that gets a little more movement goes. So kind of range this has a daily range here, 1.1, 0.6. So you're not going to get huge moves off of this, right? So you get daily moves. Even this huge day here was only $2, right? So you just have to be careful with these. Just watch the spreads. I don't know how spready it is. if it's really spready and has like low ranges like that, definitely don't mess with it. But if if the spreads are only like a penny apart, then yeah, you can low 118.66. So they only went down 10 cents, right? So don't expect like huge moves off of these things, right? Just scale accordingly. You got to be careful because it's a cheap stock, so you don't want to do like 5,000 shares or something like that, because like it might only move like 2 pennies, and then you really want it to move 20 pennies, and sometimes it's just doesn't quite go like that. So are there even options on this thing? Yeah, December options with 0 volume. So don't trade options on this guy. You'll never get out of it, and the spread's like 20-30 cents. So just be careful with it. But yeah, double inside day, definitely still worth it to do the strategy. I mean, they still work. They just work usually not as fast, and the breakouts aren't usually as pronounced, right? As something say like Goldman Sachs or even Dick's Sporting Goods or something like that. But usually, let's say if it opens in the middle of the range, you can still play around with the VWAP part. So like tactic 3 or 4. So yeah, but good spot, Javier. Didn't think we had any double inside days, but yeah, good one. Good stuff. Appreciate you guys, tuning in on Thanksgiving. But hope you guys had an awesome day, and got some good food and all that stuff. And I'm thankful for everybody, all my subscribers, and everybody that it just kind of follows me and everything like that on Twitter, and just it really helps with you guys when you give input and comments and questions. It helps my trading like a ton, and hopefully at the same time it helps you guys out too. So I just want to say thankful for y'all. So have a great night, and I will catch you guys in the morning. We'll do a live stream at the open, and hopefully catch a couple good trades and make some money so we can go spend it on Black Friday. All right, guys, have a good night.